Your new car can be shut off remotely, without your permission, without warning, while you're driving your kids to school on a Tuesday morning. And the person who does it doesn't need a badge, doesn't need a warrant, and doesn't even need a reason. That is not science fiction. That is a federal law signed and scheduled. And the engineers who designed these systems? They won't touch these cars with a 10-foot pole. Let me put you somewhere real for a second. You just financed a brand new SUV, $68,000, 72-month loan. You're proud of it. It smells like leather. The screen is massive, and every feature feels like the future. You pull out of the dealership and you feel like you made it. 6 months later, the check engine light comes on. You pop the hood and stare at a plastic-covered engine bay sealed like a spaceship. You can't even find the dipstick because there isn't one. You take it to the dealer, they plug in a laptop, and they tell you the repair is $4,000. For a sensor. A sensor you're not allowed to replace yourself because the software won't authorize an aftermarket part. You're locked out of your own vehicle. Now here's where your brain is supposed to say something like, well, that's just how modern cars are. Technology is expensive, things change. No, stop right there. This is not progress. This is not innovation for your benefit. This is a system designed, on purpose, by people in boardrooms to make sure you never stop paying. Every update, every subscription, every locked repair code is a toll booth on a road you already bought a ticket for. And you're not the customer anymore. You're the commodity. Let me tell you who figured this out first. Engineers. The very people who build these systems for a living. Go to any engineering firm, any aerospace company, any tech campus parking lot, and count the new cars. You'll run out of fingers fast. Not because engineers can't afford them. They can. They refuse to buy them. Because they understand what's under the glass and chrome. They see the architecture. They know exactly what these vehicles are designed to do. And it's not designed to serve you. But it gets worse. In 2021, the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act was signed into law. Buried inside over 1,000 pages was a provision that most people have never heard of. Starting as early as 2026, all new vehicles sold in the United States will be required to include what the legislation calls Advanced Impaired Driving Prevention Technology. Sounds reasonable on paper. In reality, this means your car will have a built-in kill switch, a system that monitors your driving behavior, makes a judgment call about whether you're fit to drive, and has the authority to disable your vehicle. Not reduce speed, not flash a warning, disable it, shut it down, on a highway, in traffic, with your family inside. And here's the part nobody tells you. The system doesn't just work in isolation, it's connected. Your vehicle's data, your location, your speed, your driving patterns, your stops, your routes, all of it transmits. Who receives that data? The manufacturer, their partners, and potentially law enforcement or government agencies without a warrant through third-party data purchases that skirt the Fourth Amendment entirely. Your car becomes a surveillance device you make monthly payments on. Now you're probably thinking, okay, but they wouldn't actually shut my car off for no reason. Think again. General Motors already has OnStar, which can slow and stop a vehicle remotely. Tesla has already disabled features, reduced battery range, and locked owners out of their own cars through over-the-air updates. Ford filed a patent in 2023 for a system that could lock you out of your vehicle if you miss a payment, drive the car back to the dealership autonomously, and in some versions, make the air conditioning blast uncomfortably or trigger an incessant beeping until you comply. That is not a conspiracy theory. That is patent number US 2023-0234538A1. You can read it yourself. And this is where it becomes dangerous, because it's not just one thing, it's a stack, layer after layer, designed to squeeze you from every direction. First, they made the cars so complex that independent mechanics can't work on them. Diagnostic codes are locked behind proprietary software that costs tens of thousands of dollars to access. So you're funneled to the dealership. That's layer one. Then they introduced subscription models for features already installed in your car. BMW tried charging a monthly fee to use your heated seats. Toyota charged for remote start on vehicles that had the hardware built in. You're paying rent on equipment you already own. That's layer two. Then they started over-the-air updates that can change your car's performance, range, and features without asking you. Tesla has reduced battery capacity remotely. They've removed autopilot from used vehicles after resale because the new owner didn't pay for the license transfer. You buy the car, but you don't buy the software. And without the software, the car is a brick. That's layer 3. Then came the data harvesting. Mozilla Foundation released a report calling cars the worst category of product they've ever reviewed for privacy. Every major manufacturer, every single one, collects intimate personal data. Some reserve the right to collect information about your sexual activity, your genetic information, your facial expressions while driving, and they sell it. That's layer 4. And now, the kill switch. A remote off button controlled by an algorithm you can't see, governed by standards you didn't vote on, enforced by technology you can't opt out of. That's layer 5. And it's the last one they need because once they can shut you down, they own you completely. Your mobility, your independence, your ability to leave, all controlled by a server somewhere you'll never visit. Now here's what the engineers know. Here's the loophole that the industry hopes you never figure out. Pre-2008 vehicles, and in many cases vehicles built before 2012, exist in a completely different universe. They have no telematics, no over-the-air update capability, no kill switch architecture, no subscription-locked features. They are mechanical, analog, and yours. Fully, completely, legally yours in a way that new cars will never be again. Let me give you specifics, because vague advice is worthless. The Toyota 4Runner, 2003 to 2009, 4th generation. The 4-liter 1GR FE V6 is one of the most bulletproof engines ever mass-produced. Paired with a 5-speed automatic that Toyota used for over a decade because it simply would not break. The Ford Crown Victoria and its twin, the Mercury Grand Marquis, 2003 to 2011. The 4.6-liter modular V8 runs forever. Police departments put 400,000 miles on these. Parts cost nothing. Any mechanic on Earth can fix one. The Honda Civic, 2001 to 2005. The D17 and K20 engines are legendary. Simple, efficient, and completely owner-serviceable. No computer needed to change your brake pads. The Jeep Cherokee XJ, 1997 to 2001. The 4.0-liter inline-6 is arguably the most durable engine ever put in a consumer vehicle. Everything is mechanical, everything is accessible. You can rebuild the entire drivetrain in your garage with hand tools. The Lexus LS430, 2001 to 2006, the 3UZ FE V8. Toyota's flagship engine from that era. Luxury, silence, reliability that modern cars can't touch. These regularly hit 300,000 miles with basic maintenance. But here's what you need to understand. These vehicles are disappearing, fast. Cash for clunkers wiped out millions of older vehicles a decade ago. Emissions regulations are pulling them off the road. Rust is claiming the ones in northern states. And now that people are waking up, demand is skyrocketing. A clean 4th-gen 4Runner that sold for $8,000 3 years ago is selling for $18,000 today. A low-mile Crown Vic that sat on Craigslist for weeks now sells in hours. The window to acquire an analog vehicle, a vehicle you truly own, is closing, and it is not coming back. Manufacturers have no incentive to return to mechanical simplicity. There is no money in a car you can fix yourself. There is no recurring revenue in a vehicle that doesn't phone home. The business model has shifted permanently, and every year that passes, the walls close in a little tighter. So you need to ask yourself a question that matters more than you think. Do you own your car, or does your car own you? Because right now, if you're driving anything built in the last 5 years, the honest answer might make you sick. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell me, would you daily drive a 20-year-old car to escape this system, or do you think the convenience of new tech is worth the trade-off? I want to see where people actually stand on this because I think this comment section is about to get real. And one more thing before you go. Everything I just told you about your car, the same playbook is being run on your home. Smart thermostats, smart locks, smart appliances, all connected, all transmitting, all controllable by someone who isn't you. Your house is becoming the same satisfying trap your car already is. That video is coming. Make sure you don't miss it.